Okay, so I know that I announced that SummerSlam would be in 2 nights. Night 1 and night 2. And I'm here to break down the match card, like what's the match card for night 1, and then I will make a separate video for the match card of night 2. But while I'm here, I guess I will technically announce the pre-show match. So on the kickoff show, it'll be a triple threat tag team match. And it'll be between the Knockout Artist, Limitless Perfection, and the Spirit Era. And the winner of this tag team match will get a number 1 contenders match at either the Young Bucks or Brawl and Cassidy, depending on who wins that match. See, sure, there's no story built into this match, but it's on the kickoff show. There should be one banger of a match. And yeah, this is a kickoff show for night 1. Is there going to be a kickoff show for night 2? No. This is just counting as the kickoff show for the entire thing, even though it's on different nights. This is counting as the kickoff show for the entire SummerSlam. Now that we got that clear, this is a kickoff show match. And now let's get into the actual night 1 match card. Here we go, the first ever balcony brawl between JJ and the Pro Maker, Ethan White. See, the story started back when Ethan White lost to Seth Rollins. He was forced to become a side disciple. Seth Rollins kind of made him and JJ, go at it. Seth Rollins kind of made this match, and we've seen Pro turn slightly more and more dirty. He's become more of a cheap shotter, and JJ has just been kicking Pro's ass. So, the stipulation to Balcony Brawl is basically, here's not stipulation, the fucking rules is, if you get thrown off the balcony, you lose. The last one standing on the balcony is the winner. JJ with his bruz and Pro with his ruthless aggression. This should be a good match, hopefully. But before I get on to this match, JJ got himself over with fucking pancakes, so congratulations, JJ. Just like how Trim got himself over with tape. But, that's out of context. Now let's get into context. Finn Balor vs. AJ in a street fight. This match came to be when Finn Balor got pissed at AJ because he took the pin in, a match when he wasn't even legal. So that match was restarted. This was on the 100 subscriber Super Show. And the match was Fanlocks and Tremboy versus AJ and Finn. And then AJ would then tag himself back in when they restarted the match and lose the match for his team. Finn Balor would then challenge AJ to a street fight, and there are no hard feelings between these two men, but they want to beat the shit out of each other, and whoever wins is the better man. This should be a good match, 2 of the best, and well, let's continue on. In the words of GOAT Residents Me Wrestling, this match is going to be fucking mental. See, we got Bray Wyatt, or should I say the Fiend, who's been slowly taking away all of Rhino's friends. Rhino's starting to, see that finally, and he's starting to get pissed at the Fiend, and the Fiend has been trying to play mind games, but Rhino's been playing mind games with fucking the Fiend. These two are both fucking cuckoo. These guys are both fucking nuts in the goddamn head. And fucking Rhino just cares about his cheese and crackers, and now he's wondering where Heath and all of them are, and so, yeah, this should be something. Just continue on. And, Nappa, I could do this. Here is me versus Ricochet, and see, the stipulation to this match is, if I win, Ricochet has to retire, but if Ricochet somehow manages to beat me, he will get a title match at whenever the hell he feels like it, for whatever title. It could be any title, it could be at any given time, it could be even after a fucking grueling match. It's pretty much a free fucking Money in the Bank. But, see, basically the story heading into this is, I never liked Ricochet. I never saw this talent in Ricochet. I find him to be overrated. I didn't book him on the shows, apparently. Ricochet's been trying to get into my skull, trying to make me feel sorry for his sorry ass. Hasn't worked. I'm the Prince of All Saints, and I'm gonna emerge victorious. Alright, that's not the full story. And then Vegeta took all of that like a little bitch, and fucking Ricochet hasn't succeeded in getting in Vegeta's head. And while this match should be good, but who's winning? Nobody knows. This should be good. Continue on. Well, this is Mark versus Fanlocks, and well, the story to this is long. It's a long story. This is Mark's first ever singles match. Wait. Did I just say Mark versus fucking Fanlocks? I must be smoking something. I meant Mark versus Seth Rollins. I am so sorry. But this is a fucking long ass story that goes back to WrestleMania Night 2. Hell, even before that, when Seth Rollins was fucking with Fanlocks. Fanlocks kicked Seth's ass. And at WrestleMania Night 2, Seth Rollins lost to Fanlocks. He told Fanlocks he'd be back for revenge one day. We never knew when that day would come. And then, after Great American Bash, he showed up. He said he wanted Fanlocks. But Fanlocks is too busy getting title matches. And Mark was the one that said, I'm going to step up. I'm going to fight Seth Rollins. And ever since then, Seth's been getting in the head of Mark. He even beating his best friend with his own finisher. Right in front of his face. Laughing at him the entire time. Mark has not been taking any of this shit. He's been ripping on to Seth Rollins and his terrible win-loss record. He's been ripping into Seth Rollins on how he's a shitty wrestler. He's been ripping into Seth Rollins. See, this might be Mark's first singles win, but this is also a must-win for Rollins since he hasn't won a match since Pro. And that's not saying too much since Pro's a jobber. Seth Rollins needs this win more than Mark. But Mark is trying to fight this for his friends. Otherwise, the whole crew is in dire danger because of the Messiah. This match will be good. We'll continue on. Since the start of GVNW, Sasuke was always iffy with Naruto, even throwing him out in the Royal Rumble. Sasuke would then go on to get a GVNW championship match before Naruto, which he would lose. Then these two would meet up for the first ever Intercontinental Championship in the ladder match, where Naruto would throw Sasuke off the ladder and unhook it in order to become the Intercontinental Champion. Ever since then, Sasuke apparently turned babyface, even having a tag team match with Naruto that ended in a draw. They were buddies, or so it seemed, until Great American Bash, where Sasuke became a douchebag again. He Ishidori'd Naruto, held his title up. Naruto's been depressed lately. He's been sad. And he said at SummerSlam, he just wants his friend back. He doesn't even care if he retains the title. Just wants his friend back. And Sasuke saying there's nothing that's going to stop him from winning that title and changing the game with this revolution. Either way, this match is very unpredictable. Sasuke, who's been red hot lately. Naruto, who's undefeated. Naruto wanting his friend back. Sasuke wanting to change the fucking wrestling world with his revolution. He wants to change the game of the Intercontinental title. He wants to bring that title home. Naruto doesn't really care if he retains the title as long as he gets his friend back. This match will definitely be mental. And let's continue on to the main event of Night 1. And the main event to Night 1, I already announced it, will be the Young Bucks versus Orange Cassidy. The fact that people say Bro Orange Cassidy is fucking annoying. It's not that hard to say Bro Orange Cassidy, but either way, I know who you guys are talking about. I'm just saying. Now, anyway, if you want to bring this storyline to the fullest extent, it all starts at Money in the Bank, where the Young Bucks won the titles and Bro Orange Cassidy formed. Bro Orange Cassidy would then get Randy Orton. They'd go undefeated in tag team action, and ever since Great American Bash, they earned the number one contenderships at the Young Bucks. Young Bucks have been saying how they're stupid marks, even referring to them as garbage jokes. They're saying that Randy is gonna let them down. They're gonna let Randy down. Randy has complete faith in these two on winning. Young Bucks keep saying that they're gonna let him down. Two undefeated teams. Two red-hot teams. Young Bucks debuting at Money in the Bank, defending the titles multiple times, being in pretty much a tag team match every week. Same thing goes with Orange Cassidy. These guys are both red-hot teams, and it will be hard for one of these teams to lose. The sight of the Young Bucks losing is something that people find very expected, but I wouldn't count out the Young Bucks because everybody said that the Lucha Bros were going to win, and the Bucks proved everybody wrong when they beat the Lucha Bros. Arguably, the Lucha Bros might even be better than Brawl and Cassidy. Lucha Bros have had more better matches than Brawl and Cassidy. Brawl and Cassidy, of course, being an amazing team, being undefeated. But when they're going into the ring with the Young Bucks, self-proclaimed best tag team in the world, I'm starting to lose hope. This match will be amazing. And that's it for night 1. But another thing, these two teams are making history, being the first ever two teams to end a show in a tag team title match. So these two teams are also making history, and one of them is about to suffer their first loss. Either we will see new champions, or they will continue on their monstrous reign as the GVNW Tag Team Champions. But we will have to wait and see what happens. And that is it for night 1. And, well, without further ado, this is Nappa and Vegeta heading out. Peace out, everybody.